Hi, it's me, Khandie, and today we are on a brand shoot, which means, guys, I'm going to try and take you along for it. Now, I'm ready to go. I'm packed. I have everything kind of what I need to do. It's going to be very short, so I'm hoping I can bring you along and we can film some stuff and get you an idea. But I'm going to talk to you initially what you need to do for a brand shoot because it's really important and people get it very wrong and then face the consequences with an unhappy customer later on. When you are talking to a client and you are talking to them about their brand, you have to get a feel for that brand. You have to understand what that brand's about. This isn't simply you showing up and taking pictures. What is important to them? Is it the unique, diverse way their premises look? Is it their customer service? Is it their individuality as people within that brand? What is it about that brand? Also, what are they hoping to do with this imagery? So often people think, oh, I'm just going to use it on my website, but is there a specific marketing plan? Is there a rebrand that's gone on? Is there something they want to drive home to their customers and their clients that they want to have? So when I go off and I'm going to go do these photos, I don't just think, okay, just get a shot of the premises, done and dusted. I don't think like that. You actually have to start thinking like a pro. You actually have to start asking questions, and this is why people get really frightened. Oh, I don't want to make phone calls. You need to make phone calls or at least have a great questionnaire or email rapport. I personally think getting on a call, especially a video call, will really help. And you know what? Sending over some Pinterest board, a mood board, whatever it is with some inspiration will help you in the long run. So many times people are like, I did this shoot and the client wasn't happy. Well, maybe because you didn't get the message the client wants to convey over. Now, I will say a lot of clients go, I don't really know. I just know I need something refreshing. So you have to look at what they've already got and realize that's not what they want anymore. So you need them to say, hey, you know what, let's have a discussion. Is this about a new direction you're going in? Is it you're just tired of what you've got and you just want a fresh set of eyes on it? Because something as simple as just having a fresh set of eyes is still different than you just showing up, because you need to know what was already done and what they're no longer complacent with. So when I do branding shoots, I get on those calls, and you know what? I absolutely love it. I get such diverse clients. They're a good, and I am going to talk about money. They're a good money earner, because once you get them locked in with you, they typically come back to you time and time again. I have found in my experience. I also like to very much when I edit it have their style in mind. Like my style is one way, but I'm editing for my clients. So for example, when I did headshots for an entire accountancy firm, they wanted something that was a bit cleaner, something that had a bit of a sense of authority, a bit grittier to it. They wanted something that would look like we know what we're talking about. So I didn't just go for smiley pictures all the way. We had slightly blue element to it because it gives this kind of almost colder vibe, authoritative, how to say that, vibe. And yet when I did the headshots for the hairdressers, their entire salon was very pink and gold and warm. So I made sure I put more warm tones into that. They were smiley, they were more approachable, because it was just a different kind of stuff the client wanted. When I was doing marketing for a construction company, they wanted something that was very clean, true to life. So I didn't do too much with the white balance. I kept it as natural white balance as possible. I made sure it wasn't as photoshopped or as faked as it was. I had guys with dirty boots slamming their boots into the ground. I did those shots because that's what the client wanted it to be, as real and as authentic as possible. So that's what I went for. Having those phone calls saves me time and money, and you need to be doing this too. Get comfortable. I know I mentioned them before, but Studio Ninja allows me to create questionnaires I can send to my client that they can fill in, and it kind of gives me a bit of an inkling whether they know what they want or they're not sure, and it cuts down my time because time is important. On arrival, I will set up, I will have a look around. Now, if I'm just doing one on the premises, I kind of know from their social media, hopefully, what it is that they've got, where I'm working. But I also make sure I take not only just wide room shots, but I go down like to make half the room, then I do a quarter of the room, then I do incidentals within that room, be it mugs, be it plaques, be it a certain shelving unit, be it an ornate framework, something. And I start big and work small within that room rather than small and work bigger, because I always want to, I know that the trickiest shot is the hardest one, which is the wider one. Just get that done, okay? And I move around, I take different angles, flat lays to the side, because I want them to have as much angle and diversity in those images. And I have found that's allowed me to sell more images to them. Now, I do have something on my website called the Business Subscription Service, where regularly clients will pay me to go in and photograph for their branding and marketing for them on a quarterly basis. So I will go out and they have a subscription service, and I pop in and I do their images, update, do headshots and stuff like that. And it's been a great little money earner for me. To simply deliver my images. I always use my Pixie set. I load it up. If you don't use Pixie set, by the way, I highly recommend it. It is in, there is a referral code or something down in my description on this video, but I love Pixie set. It puts everything really beautifully laid out. The client can download the images in high res and social media optimized straight away. And it's just so intuitive and I love it. And actually, if they wanted to order prints, they can order prints direct. They can also send the images via email to people. It's all very, very simple for me. And I think that's what works. It's clean, simple processes. Branding photography doesn't need to be difficult. I mean, it's a bit different when you're working with people. Because they are part of branding and you have to listen to the message, but that's no different than doing a more involved portrait session. As ever, don't forget to like, subscribe, hit that bell button. I'll see you all in the next video.